Today I will tell you an appalling thing that is hard to believe. That is, the food in United Kingdom supermarkets is no longer safe. And most food, water and drinks are adulterated with trace amounts of arsenic. This is because although former United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has stepped down, he and his criminal gang are still helping the Chinese government persecute Chinese who have applied for political asylum in the United Kingdom because they have been poisoned by arsenic. They put trace amounts of arsenic in almost all food in United Kingdom supermarkets in the United Kingdom. And I don't want to explain too much text, but I just want to ask you to understand the truth of the matter through the videos I shot in supermarkets such as Tesco, Aldi and Lidl in United Kingdom. First of all, look at the potatoes in the supermarket. Almost none of all the potatoes in the United Kingdom supermarket are now complete. And if you look closely, you will find that almost all potatoes have needle eyes on them. And these needle eyes are not naturally grown. They are the traces left by someone when they inject arsenic solution. Next, you look at the watermelon in the supermarket. None of the watermelons in all supermarkets in the United Kingdom are complete, with cuts of different sizes on them. These cuts are not caused by transportation, but when the watermelon does not grow, they cut the watermelon and put in the toxin. And wait, you don't think that a whole watermelon in the whole supermarket is a normal phenomenon, right? When I first came to United Kingdom 2 years ago, I couldn't tell the difference between poisonous and non-toxic water and drinks, and I only ate watermelon every day to quench my thirst for safety. But now I don't dare to eat watermelon for more than a year, because since the summer of 2023, I will have numbness in my legs and diarrhea after eating watermelon, which is one of the symptoms of my arsenic poisoning. And every pear in the supermarket has a healed needle eye on it. And these eyes are also because of the scars they left after the pears were injected with toxins when they were very young. Normal pears don't have one of these scars in every one of them. There are also cucumbers, mangoes, tomatoes, avocados, peaches, sweet potatoes and other melons and fruits in the supermarket. And if you look closely, there will be one or several needle holes. If you think that the scope of their poisoning is limited to this, it is too underestimated the degree of viciousness of these devils. And now all the milk and liquid condiments in United Kingdom supermarkets are put into trace amounts of toxins. If you don't believe it, if you shake it against the light when you buy oil, you will find that there are a lot of fine particles in it, and pure oil will not have these impurities. And not only that, they are now also adulterated with toxins in bread, biscuits, ice cream and even cheese. And the toxins of ice cream and cheese are easy to find because these toxins are actually nano-heavy metal particles and cannot be completely integrated with the ingredients in cheese and ice cream. And the liquid after the toxic ice cream melts will have a lot of bubbles. But these bubbles don't burst when they meet air, whereas ice cream without toxins melts into a silky liquid without any air bubbles in it. The surface of toxin-adulterated cheese has many tiny dents in it. The surface of unadulterated cheese is flat and smooth. And now most of the bread, biscuits and other pasta in the supermarket and all the water and drinks contain traces of arsenic. These traces of arsenic normal people do not feel, but for those of us who have been poisoned in China, but it will cause rapid heartbeat, diarrhea, numbness in the limbs and head and so on. Just because I ate the food caused by these symptoms only to find out that the original British supermarkets, almost all the food area realized that almost all the food in British supermarkets was laced with trace amounts of arsenic. I know it is hard for normal people to believe that there is such a crazy way of poisoning in this world, but this is the reason why Chinese officials and those countries bought by Chinese officials dare to help the Chinese government to poison us, the victims of already arsenic poisoning, with arsenic, because it is easy for them to hide the crime of murder. These trace amounts of arsenic in supermarket food cannot be felt by normal people, but for us who have already been poisoned by arsenic, it can aggravate the symptoms of poisoning and even cause death. But we all eat the same things and drink the same drinks. Other people do not feel. Only we say that the supermarket food and the poison. We are poison who will believe it. It is because ordinary people simply do not understand the principle of chronic arsenic poisoning. If I hadn't experienced this myself, I wouldn't have believed that there is such an evil way of killing people in this world. And I am now poisoned again. I have blisters under my nose. My mouth is as hot as fire. The veins under my tongue are purple. I have horizontal lines in my fingernails and my skin has become very dark. These are all obvious symptoms of poisoning, but I could never get a true report of arsenic poisoning in the UK. Because before I even came to the UK and never went to any hospital before that, someone was slandering me in the NHS system as mentally ill and saying I wasn't poisoned. And those healthcare workers who received me, they never seriously checked my poisoning after reading my medical records. Dear friends, please forward this video to a general practitioner note to see if I am poisoned. And now there are police officers who have made my false information of an HS system into the UK police system, and the Devon and Cornwall Refugee Support Charity in Plymouth, where I am based, has forged documents that I never signed saying that I agreed to the dissemination of this false information to all the departments in the UK again. I am furious at the corruption and confusion in these UK departments. Dear friends, please use professional testing tools to test the arsenic content of these foods, water and beverages in the supermarket. The test method of detecting arsenic in fruits is very simple. As long as you dig down the flesh of those fruits at the scars and squeeze them into juice, you can test the arsenic content of the juice. As for the pastries and pasta in those supermarkets, you just need to soak them in water and check the arsenic content of the water after soaking them. You will know whether they have been poisoned in the pasta, have not poisoned the pasta, and you will unveil the brutal truth that chronic arsenic poisoning harms people. Dear friends, swear to God that every word I say is my personal experience, and I think God is also watching all these evils happening in the world. I pray that God will send a brave and upright person to help me and all the arsenic-poisoned Chinese to reveal to the world the cruel truth that Chinese officials and leaders, and officials of other countries who are paid by the Chinese government are exchanging the lives and blood of countless Chinese victims for money. At the same time, I would like to ask my friends who believe in me to send me the medicine to rule out arsenic poisoning as shown in the picture, and I put my address on the screen. But even if some kind person sends me the medicine, I am not sure I will get it, because Royal Mail has stopped and replaced the medicine I bought for arsenic poisoning 5 times now. And since I posted the video about needing the antidote in the last video, every time I go out, even if I plant flowers in my doorway, there are suddenly police officers who give tickets to cars, laborers who go up to the storage area of our room to get things, etc. So, if these people were cops, they would easily intercept my delivery. Not that I'm paranoid, but I've encountered to many of these situations in the 3 years I've been running out of China. And just last week, someone opened my delivery and opened my mobile phone, deleted WeChat and other apps on my phone to contact my Chinese friends. Dear friend, if you're a bell of me that will reveal the truth about Chinese officials and those foreign corrupt officials using chronic arsenic poisoning to kill Chinese victims, it will save the truth about the countless Chinese victims who ran overseas because of arsenic poisoning. Will you do this? But no one can reach me on social apps because they hack my phone, and I can send messages but not receive them. If you are not afraid of danger, you can come to me directly. I have a feeling that the brutal truth that Chinese government use chronic arsenic poisoning harming people will definitely be revealed, because no matter any hidden crime in this world, it won't go on and on without being revealed. There will always be someone who will be the first warrior to expose the truth because of justice and because of belief.